Welcome to this Deep Earth Meditation Yoga session. We'll practice a couple of rounds of seated meditation during this session, so feel free to grab a cushion to place underneath your seat to prop yourself up and ease your position. And start the practice off by extending both of your legs and stretching your toes. Pushing the big toe forward first, letting it come back, and then pressing all the little toes forward and back and forth. And leading with your hip, knee, and ankle in alignment, let your legs fall to the sides and back to the center over and over again. Stretch your toes a bit more. Grab underneath one of your knees. Pull it in, but not too tightly that you pinch your hip, and go back and forth, leading with your heel. With your knee bent, allow your knee to fall to the side, opening your hip very gently, and allow it to rock on the outer edge of your foot as your knee comes out, and then place it back into position. Put your hands underneath your other knee and begin to retract your heel back towards yourself without over crunching your hip. Bend your knee and allow it to fall to the side, using your hand to assist. Up and down, down and up. Place both of your feet straight back in front of you and lift your arms up. And begin to focus on your breath, allowing your breath to go in deep, closing your eyes if you'd like, just to relax and start to focus on some deep breathing. Place both of your arms back down and bring your legs into a comfortable seated position. Begin to rock back and forth, loosening up your spine. And then place both of your hands forward. And again, focus on your breath, allowing yourself to experience deep breathing with this new arm position. Slowly starting to bring your attention to your pelvis, touching the floor, perhaps looking around the room as you breathe. And then lift one arm up while the other is still extended and continue breathing here. Long, deep breaths. Place that arm back down. Breathe a couple of breaths here with both arms out, and then lift your other arm up and towards the sky. Keep breathing, long, deep breaths, slowing down. Place the other arm back down. Continue breathing here, feeling into your diaphragm. Place both of your hands back down onto your lap gently and begin to move your spine back and forth, shifting in your upper torso, allowing your lower torso to just be relaxed as you continue to shift from side to side, loosening up your spine. Come to stillness in your torso and allow your neck to gently jiggle. Take both of your hands and place them on the outer part of your rib cage and begin to practice lateral breathing, practicing breathing out into the sides of your abdomen. Here we're not doing a deep breath deep down into the pelvis, but rather focusing on breathing out, expanding the rib cage out as we breathe. Notice how your fingers go in closer to touching each other as you exhale and separate on your inhale. This type of breath can take pressure off of the pelvic floor and give you more space in your breath. Place your hands back onto your knees and gently begin to turn your head from side to side, leading with your chin, allowing your chin to point slightly upward to protect your cervical spine as you look from side to side with ease. If you're experiencing any discomfort here, make your rotations less extreme. Now we're going to transition to the eyes, starting with blinking. Consciously blinking at a pace that feels good to you. And then we're going to be looking from one side to the other side. Blinking. And then looking from one side for longer this time. And then back to the other side. Limiting the motion of your head while you do this. And blinking again. Look from one side to the other side. And forward again, blinking your eyes. Raise one of your hands to a high five and place it under your armpit if you're comfortable doing this. Begin to rotate your armpit around in circles. This puts some slight pressure on your lymphatic system and just begins a very gentle stimulation of lymph flow in your upper body. Switch sides. Place the opposite hand under your other armpit. Roll forward and backward. Raise both of your shoulders to your ear and let them drop. Do this again. And one more time. Take two of your fingers and place them above your collarbone about 1/2 inch from the center. Press lightly in this area for some lymph stimulation. You can also slide along your collarbone from the outside toward the center. Now take your peace fingers and pull back your hair if needed. Grab your earlobes between your two fingers and begin to drag your fingers along your ears and down your neck. Again, stimulating some light lymphatic flow and gently stimulating some of the nerves along this area, ending with a squeeze of your shoulders up to your ears and down. We'll now sit in a 3-minute meditation with option to sit in simple seated pose or into half lotus position. If you're doing half lotus, start by extending both of your legs towards the front of the room. Lift one of your knees up, dragging your heel back, and allow it to open to the side with a very closed knee joint. Lift the foot of that leg onto your hip crease. Turn your other leg to the side first, rotating it out, and slip it underneath your bent knee. Second position, a little bit faster here, showing you how to get out of half lotus quicker. We go out the same way we come in, is just to cross your legs, and you can either have your ankle up or just in front of the other ankle. I'm going to demonstrate with half lotus here again. And we'll sit here for 3 minutes. You can cross your hands, one hand underneath the other, and place your thumbs touching in the center, giving yourself a grounding position to be in during this meditation. Begin to pay attention to your breath, perhaps counting your breath. Again, maybe you're sitting on your cushion, feeling your pelvis touching your cushion or touching the floor, feeling your energetic connection to the space around you. Continue breathing here. Continue breathing, relaxing, finding space between your breaths to be present and whole within yourself. Perhaps starting to bring your attention to your heart, breathing here, in and out. Find another deep breath here, and as we begin to finish, place your hands at heart center and then let them come to the floor, lifting yourself out of half lotus the same way you came in, or just stretching your legs out if you're in simple seated position, and doing what you need to do to let your legs relax and jiggle perhaps and stretch, and then come back to a seated position. Next, we'll transition to an open low blow series. Start by taking both of your hands to one of your sides, getting up off of the floor, placing your posture onto your toes and crouching. So we're not in an open squat here, but a crouch squat with a straight back position. Relaxed, breathing, abdomen touching thighs. Balancing here just slightly. And take a deep breath in and extend one of your legs out and back. And allow your knee to come to the floor as you begin to lean forward in a low lunge. Your knee can be over your ankle. In this position, it's okay if it's slightly over your toe. For high lunges, that is less wanted, but here when we're low to the floor, that's okay. Stretch back with a flat back, fingers touching the ground. You can either keep your front of your foot, your toe pads on the ground, or lift them up for a more gentle stretch. And just stay here, breathing. Lean forward again, placing both of your hands on the inside of your front foot, and if you choose, lifting your knee off of the floor for a very simple lizard position. Continue breathing here and feeling the stretch as you're opening up in your hip area. Place your knee of your back leg back onto the ground and let your front leg meet your back. Come into a tabletop, hands underneath your shoulders, and begin your cat-cow position. Breathing in as you lift your head up and drop your belly. Exhaling as you round your spine and let your head drop down, looking towards your pelvis. Continue doing this at your own pace that feels good to you. Neutral spine, and then lean back into child's pose, toes connected, knees out wide, hands forward on the floor, forehead on the floor. Then lift your forehead up as you reach towards one side of your body and drop your forehead to the floor. This should be a gentle, comfortable stretch. If it's too extreme, bring your arms slightly back to the center of your mat. Now lift your head up, come back to the center. Breathe here. And lift your forehead again and reach both arms to the other side of your mat. Continue breathing here with your forehead on the ground. Inhale as you lift your forehead up, come back to center. Come back up into tabletop, and then push back into downward facing dog, beginning to pedal out your legs. This doesn't need to be the deepest downward dog. Just continue pedaling out your legs, finding a good stretch at a pace that feels right to you. Settle into stillness. Breathe. And then start to walk towards the front of your mat, crouching low in that same position that we started. Flat back, crouching. Extend your other leg back into a low lunge. The top side of your foot is on the ground. Stretching forward. Begin to reach back, lean back into half split with a flat back, either having your foot up for a less intense stretch or placing your foot on the ground. Perhaps leaning over slightly but not folding over. Continue breathing here. Lean forward into the low lunge. Place both hands on the inside of the front foot and perhaps lift off your knee of your back leg. Breathing in a simple lizard posture here. Place your back knee on the ground. Bring your front leg to meet your back. Come back into tabletop and continue to do a second round of cat-cow. Inhaling, dropping your belly, looking up. Exhaling, allowing the spine to round, looking down towards your pelvis. child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. We'll stay here in stillness for a few breaths. Come up into tabletop position. Flip your toes and press back into your second downward dog. Be here in stillness or in movement if that's what feels best for your body. And begin to walk forward to the front of your mat, this time holding opposite elbows and allowing your knees to bend so your abdomen comes to your thighs, and allow yourself to just hang here. If needed, you can place your hands on the floor. Be here, breathe here, experience here. Breathing in and out. Inhaling, and as you exhale, place your hands on the floor. Inhale into flat back. Exhale your hands back down onto the floor. And inhale, coming all the way up. Let your hands come into heart center. Standing flow. We're going to start by grounding our feet and feeling our whole body and doing a full engaging body scan, beginning by tensing the whole body, squeezing your fists, and then releasing. We're going to go through a series of squeeze and release. So squeeze your left foot, release, your right foot, release, your left calf, release, your right calf, release, your left thigh, release, or your right thigh, release, your left and then right butt cheek, your lower abdomen, release, your upper abdomen, release, your left forearm, release, your right forearm, release, your upper arm, each side, release, your left chest, your right chest, going to the back, your lower, one side, release, your other side, release, middle back, one side, release, the other side, release, upper back, come forward, tense the front of your throat, release, one side of your neck, release, the other side, release, the back of your neck, tense that, and release. Tense your whole body and relax. Do it one more time, tense it all, and relax. You're going to prep for a low squat position by parting your legs, letting your feet come out slightly to give yourself a good angle, and then just start by lowering yourself directly down, just slightly. Come back up, lower down again, come back up, and then allow yourself to settle all the way down, adjusting as you need to adjust your feet, your tibia, your thighs, all of that. If squatting is not in your practice, you're always welcome to skip our squats in this class. Bring your hands in the prayer position, allowing your elbows coming to your knees. Just sit here and breathe. And place both of your hands on the floor. Bring your feet back together. Forward fold. Inhale to half back. Exhale down. Inhale to half back. Exhale lower. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale and lower. And circle all the way back up with an inhale. Bring hands to heart center. Meet me at the front of your mat. We're going to start with an upper body rotation. Hands in heart center. Allow your arms to extend out and come back. And then twist to one side and twist back. Inhale, exhale. Twist to the other side and twist back. Inhale, arms come out. Exhale, they come to center. Twist to one side. Inhale your arms out and breathe here. Simple twist. Bring your hands to heart center. Come back to the center of your mat. Inhale your arms out. Come back to center. Twist to the other side. Inhale your arms out and breathe. Place your palms at heart center. Rotate back to your center. Now ground your feet. Find a little grounding here by shifting from side to side. And we're going to start with one leg, lifting your knee up and placing it back down. Lifting it up a second time, placing it back down, and then lifting it up a third time. Hands come to heart center. Allow your ankle to hang underneath your knee, unlike you see here. Twist your upper body to the side, and then allow your arms to extend out as you breathe. Bring your hands to heart center as you rotate back to center position, and allow your leg to come back to the floor. Other side, up, down. Lift your knee. Place it back down. Lift it up like it's on a marionette string. Hands come to heart center. Twist to the other side. Twist towards your leg that's up. Extend your arms out and breathe. Place your hands back to your heart center and twist so you're looking forward. Place your foot back on the ground. Breathe here. Then lift your other leg. Lift your knee up off the ground. And we're going to send your body, your torso forward as your leg comes back, landing in a high lunge position here. Breathing. You're welcome to lift your heel up off the floor, putting more of a stretch onto your big toes, onto your toes, and continue breathing. Place both of your hands onto the floor, come into a low lunge position, just like we did at the beginning of class. Lift up here. It's our second time being here. Breathing. And then beginning to shift back over your leg, lengthening the front leg. And you're welcome to choose the depth of your posture, starting with a flat back, choosing to round over your front leg for a deeper stretch if you choose. Come up, come out of this. Lift up off of your back knee. Bring both of your hands on the inside for a second lizard. This time, putting your forearms on the floor. Again, choosing to have your knee lifted or not. You choose your depth here. And breathe. If you want to, you can open your knee of your front foot. If your knee was on the floor, lift it back off of the floor to end. Come back up onto your hands from your forearms and begin to rock forward if low squat is in your practice. and start to come into a low squat. Or you can just come onto your knees if low squat is not in your practice. Breathing here, hands in prayer, in a low squat. And then press your hands onto the floor. Come into a forward fold. Bring your feet towards each other. Breathe into half back and exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Other side. Lift your other knee up off the ground, foot off the ground, and rotate forward the front of your torso as you extend your leg back into a high lunge position. Bring your hands into prayer, and you're welcome to bring them up over your head or into a gold pose position, whatever pose you choose. Continue breathing here, lifting your heel up, giving a good stretch to your toes. And place both of your hands onto the floor as you go into a low lunge position. Breathing. And come back, stretching over your leg. Choose the depth of your stretch. You're welcome to round over your leg. Coming up, lifting up into flat back, and then moving forward back into a low lunge position, lifting your knee up off the floor to come into this lizard, choosing to stay on your hands, dipping it onto your forearms, and you're welcome to place your knee on the floor if you choose. Another thing you can do to increase the stretch of this pose is to squeeze your butt cheek slightly of your front leg. See how that increases the stretch. If you contract certain muscles, it allows other muscles to release. So it can always be fun to play with engaging certain muscles. Lift up onto your hands, rock forward, and then begin to press off the back foot into a low squat position. Both hands coming into prayer. Find some length in your neck. Find some ease in your posture. And come out of this if you're feeling pain in your knees. And then come sitting down onto your bum. Lowering down, stretching out, coming onto your belly. Place one cheek onto your forearms. Just breathe here for a while. Then prepare yourself to come up into Sphinx by coming up onto your forearms at a good distance, hands a good distance from each other, and just being with ease and noticing if there's any pinching in your low back. Let your forearms come a little bit more forward to decrease the amount of lift in your back. Notice if you're squeezing your butt cheeks, just relax. And then let both forearms come forward, slide onto your belly, place your hands on top of each other, and place your other cheek on top of your forearms. You're going to allow one leg to stretch out to the side with the inner arch on the floor and drag your knee up to an L position in a half frog pose. Be here and breathe. Take your arm that's the same side as your long leg, let it become diagonal across your mat, and then place your other hand on top of your butt cheek and rotate your shoulder out, looking over that shoulder, and then rotating your head to be looking over your other shoulder of your arm that's on the floor. Breathing here. Gentle shoulder opening exercise. Shoulder and hip. Place your arm back down onto the ground, rotating back the same way that we came into this pose. We'll get out of it. And then we'll place the other leg with inner arch onto the floor, diagonally out, dragging your knee up to an L-shaped position. Similar to the other side, we're going to be taking the arm of your long leg, placing it diagonally across the mat, and then reaching the hand of your L-shaped leg, putting your hand on your butt cheek, looking over that same shoulder, and then turning your head to look over your other shoulder of your arm that's on the ground. Gentle opening exercise. Be here, feel free, and enjoy the shape of the posture. Go back down the same way that you came into it. Come back out of the pose. Let both legs come long. And breathe on your belly. Use your core from this posture to come up, bring your knees forward, and then sit back on your big toes as your knees go wide into child's pose, resting and relaxing with ease. Come out of child's pose. Make your way onto your butt with your knees tucked up into yourself. Bring your arms out and wrap yourself around your knees, coming out from a place of gentleness. Place your forehead onto your knees and breathe. From here, open up your arms again and allow your knees to drop down as your feet come together into this butterfly pose. Breathing down. You're welcome to fold over if that's comfortable for you, or stay upright. Continue breathing here. Begin to make your way out of this fold gently. And similar to how we started, you're going to bring your knees together, wrap your arms around your knees, and fold yourself to allow your hips to relax again from this place of stretching. Part your legs from each other so that when you fall to one side, your inner foot is on top of your other knee. Place your opposite hand to opposite knee and twist. Not too much, just enough to feel a slight twist in your body. Breathing here. Come back to center. Grab your shin of the other side and breathe as a small counter twist. Bring both legs up and then swing them to the other side and twist, bringing hand to opposite knee. No need to look over your shoulder. Your cervical spine has done enough today. Find yourself opening up, relaxing in this nice open twist. Then bring your torso forward and bring your hands to your other shin, looking over your shin. Bringing both knees up, bringing your feet and your knees together and sliding them forward, legs extended, wiggle your toes, open your hips. We'll end the class with another 3-minute meditation, coming into half lotus if you choose, the same way we did at the beginning of the class, or coming into a simple seated position. Gathering yourself a cushion if needed. Relaxing your hair, bringing your hair down if you have long hair, or just starting to give yourself a scalp massage, no matter what amount of hair you may have at this time. You can just gently part your fingers, push your way through your scalp, and then bring your hands into fists and begin to lightly wrap around your head, letting the scalp relax, waking it up, and taking 2 fingers underneath your skull and rubbing little circles one way and then the other way, breathing in and lifting your head back and then exhaling forward. Relax. Bring our hands by our ears again, stroking down, squeezing your shoulders up and down. Getting ready to set up for our next 3-minute meditation. Placing one hand over the other, thumbs to touch. Settle into your practice, beginning to count your breath. Watch passing clouds. Watch your thoughts like a train passing by. Find yourself underneath a waterfall, or perhaps body scanning. 1, relax your chin, your middle face, your forehead. 2, relax your scalp and your throat and your eyelids. 3, relax the roots of your eyes and allow all the relaxation of your face to drain into your brain. 4, relax the bottoms of your feet. Let them relax. Let them sleep. 5. Relax your thighs. Relax your calves. 6. Relax your hips. 7. Relax your lower abdomen. 8. Relax your pericardium, the space around your heart and your chest. 9. Relax your back, up and down your spine, and all the muscles on your back. 10. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your hands. 10, 10, 10. Your whole body is relaxed. Continue breathing here. Inhale, your hands come up to heart center. Bring your fingers to your chest and begin to tap around your sternum, saying to yourself, home, 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 if that feels right to you to say. Continue tapping. Slow your tapping down. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Place your hands on your knees. Fold up your legs. Stretch out your legs. And we'll end the practice by taking out that cushion if you have one. Rolling back. Giving some traction to your spine before we settle into our final Shavasana. Allowing for one nice upper back stretch before you fully relax down and extend your legs. Arms come out to your sides, palms up. And find yourself here in total relaxation. Start to find some awareness around your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Do a full body stretch. Pull your knees up. Roll to one side or the other. And start to make your way back up to seated position. Hands come into heart center. Thank you for joining me in this practice. May you be well. With love.